Hey John, my name is Ed Gelb from Advanced Website Strategies. I am the president and CEO of the company. And what we do is we help businesses like yours go to the top of Google and bring in new leads. And we're not just another company that just says we do all this kind of stuff and not follow through and do it. We are a real SEO company and I can help your business tremendously. So I looked at your website in detail and I'm going to give you a lot of information that can really help you. Okay, so this is me, as you see, and I'm just going to give you a full presentation. And so what we do here is we create new leads in business for your business. We create massive exposure to the public with professional branding. That's kind of what we do. So I did some serious analysis and saw that your website has over 2,000 issues inside of it. And so if you fix these issues, John, you can really make a big difference because Google reads code and the code is what really has a lot of the problems inside of it. So once you start really fixing things like the code inside of your website's going to start creeping up in the rankings, start beating other competitors hugely. So here's this kind of thing that we do. So I'm going to show you this. Here's your website, and I've got a lot to talk to you about that, and we can get to this. And so what I'll do now is I'm going to bring up this information here and show you your website. Okay, so just real quick, I won't go through everything in detail, but I just want to show you that this is very good here, that you've got the logo at the top left with your number there for people to call immediately, so that's very good. This is also, and I'm going to get to this, also used as a landing page, which you should probably change, and I can discuss that with you in detail. There are things that I really would want to tell you about, like for example, when you come down to the bottom here, all these things, all these areas here are not connected to a page that shows information about that certain area, which is probably why you're not ranking in any of these really other areas here. So for example, if I click on Bluffton here, all it really does is take me back to the main website here. So there's no real linking truism here, so it's got to show Google that everything's connected properly. It's probably one of the reasons that we're not really ranking so well in other places. These things here are important to know about, and what we want to do is have photos of, say, you and the team in the information there, so it's just really people can know really who you are. Customer testimonials is awesome. That's good. Okay, anyway, so I'm going to go to the next part. This is very good, as I said, but there are a lot of things that people are not seeing that Google actually needs to see, as well as the clients that you're targeting for your work. Okay. Here are your competitors in Bluffton, John. So what I would do is I'm actually analyzing all different competitors and see what it is that they're doing to get to the top and to beat you in certain areas. And what you can do is make those changes and start beating them, because what I do is I read their code and go in their information. I look at their social media. I look at all the information about they have out to the public. I change it in the sense of I would change it in your site to make it better than theirs. That's how we work with that kind of thing. So here, for example, you have an authority score of, say, 20, and 20 is actually pretty good, which means that you've got a lot of things already in place. But you're looking here, you've got about 722 keywords that are out there working for you. This, John, should be in the thousands. And also it shows here that you are doing some paid advertising. And like I said before, your paid advertising should not go to your main page or your landing page. It should sell for you. And I'm going to show you what I mean with that in a minute. Okay, so here, something called backlinks. These backlinks are links that come out from other websites connecting to your site. And with that's very important to have that. So after these years in business, you should have in the thousands. When you have much more than that, it's like in thousands, much more than your competitors, you can start ranking as well. So that's what happens. But it does show here that your traffic has been going up over the years, which is very good. And I'm going to show you how you can make your site and all this traffic much, much stronger. Okay, and here, for example, is what I've done for a client of mine who is actually out of Beaufort. He's a plumber, and instead of just talk as other people do, I'm going to show you how I don't just get quite often. I don't just get the first keyword to the top of Google. But what happens is when you really know what you're doing and you do a good job with content, you start to rank in all different areas on the front page. So here's what happens. So I got him here on multiple positions on the front page in Beaufort. Okay, so he got the maps here. It's the plumbing company. He has pretty much all the positions there. Okay, and that's in Beaufort. So I also, when we do that, I did the same thing for Bluffton. So with the same keyword, he's in multiple positions in Bluffton as well. And he wanted to also target Hilton Head. And so this client of mine now is kicking ass. I say that he is really getting a lot of phone calls. His business is booming, like just in the past year and a half. And he was actually new to the business here. So now he's just booming, and he's getting phone calls and business all the time. Okay, so here's a picture of your website, and there are things that I would go through with you and talk about it. You know, we can work together. I talk about it and say, okay, we need to change this, this, and this, and just make it better for you. Okay, we also do reviews and testimonials. We build, it's called reputation management. We build your reputation, just create it so people know, like, and trust you. That's what we do. We also, we do all the posting for social media. We actually do it for you, if you like. So we go into Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, LinkedIn, and that's pretty much it. Oh, actually, I'm sorry, and YouTube. So we create videos for you, and we take all this content and blow it out to all these different platforms and just link it all back to your website. It makes you just grow professionally, and people see you, you start getting a lot more exposure, and you get those phone calls. That's really what you want. We actually do something called press releases, which just means that when you do a press release, it goes out to all these news sources all over the country. And here's some thoughts of what we do here. So it's like this one we did. We got 262 news outlets across the country that actually did this. So they got tremendous exposure. Here we actually blog for you. We'll create content and put those blogs on the social media and on your website. And this is all based on what you want. We do it together. When you tell me the kind of topics that you want to talk about, we talk about what keywords are best for you, what works the best. We take that, we build that content and blow it out there so you start to rank in that for that keyword, blowing all your competitors away. That's what we do, okay? Here is when you do your ads, you are actually advertising right now. And I'm seeing that with Google Ads, which can be very expensive. So what you're doing is you're sending those Google Ads to your front page of your website, which you're using as a landing page. So I want to tell you what you need there is a separate landing page with what's called a call to action. When you have a call to action, it tells the person that you're targeting to call you or to do some kind of action that you want them to do. So it's really like a sales page to be working for you. It's a sales page. Get them to do something to call you. Say, here are the services that we have, show them some testimonials, show them things that are good about you, and make them trust you and like you, and say, okay, you know what, I gotta call this guy. He's the one to go to for my problem, okay? We do a lot of different kinds of ads. So we do Facebook ads, YouTube ads, and Google ads as well. And so here's a client that we did, just recently. So when we did, this was a YouTube ad, and within a week, we'd gotten over 8,000 views. So this is kind of things that we do. We will bring traffic to your site and get a lot of exposure for you. That's what we do. So just more confirmation of how our ads work. It just works. So the goal is to dominate in your area and get leads and phone calls that would otherwise go to your competitors. They will go to you. A lot of them will. Okay, so what we do is we do social media, branding services, search engine optimization, online advertisement, website development. We work with your website, of course. We do email marketing and media services. We can talk about all of this, and we can certainly make a big difference for you. I have a lot of clients that are very, very happy, and I can prove that to you. So our statement of value is we bring business exceptionally higher levels of profitability with new leads and clientele. We enable businesses to flourish with profitability and authority in their specific area of business. And that would be yours, and I can help you tremendously with this. We can discuss it much more in pricing and everything. So happy to help you. Look forward to speaking to you. Hey, thanks.